Hey guys, it's AmPro with another new tutorial on how to use vocoders. I've recently done the basic one where I show you how to set up that vocoder, you know, from Daft Punk, feeding a synth into your voice and just sounding like an awesome robot. Anyway, I was presented to a really cool technique by Shipwrecked over at the NeuroHopForum. I'll put the description to the forum. It's a great forum, a great community in the video info thingy below. And what he showed me or told me was that he tried to feed one bass with lots of movement into another bass, just, you know, getting a totally a new bass. So I was, you know, I got carried away and I had to test it out, and it's actually so awesome that I need to make a tutorial about it. So what I've done, I've got tons of cool basses in my loop library, and if you're into NeuroHop and those moving basses from, you know, the Neuro sound, drum and bass, Neuro funk and stuff, you would know Mako, Cohen Sound, Scope, Cursa, and all the bad boys out there. And Mako doesn't make NeuroHop anymore, but he released a lot of free cool samples, and one particularly I really like the movement from it's this one. Just listen to it. It's really cool. So what I'm gonna do is that I've created a channel here. Let's turn off here so you can't hear the final result I've been messing about before I made this tutorial. So yeah, I've put it in a channel here, and I've dragged down a vocoder, made a rack because I like to have them in racks. Anyway, and what I've done is that I've made a reese, or my own sound, just really quick. I'm gonna play it for you just so you can hear it. Listen to this. Now, so the idea is to take the sound you just heard and feed it into the moving bass. Therefore, shaping the moving bass, it's gonna sound completely different but have the same movements. So you want to drag a vocoder track or audio effect, a vocoder down to the bass you want to steal the movement from, so to say. So let's listen to how that would sound like. Of course, I want to disable my sound, where it's getting the sound from, because I don't want them to play on top of each other. So sounds totally different. Let's try without the vocoder. You can even sound that it has changed its key, because the Mako bass is in another key than my reese. I can't really remember what key it was, but anyway. So I've taken it a bit further just to show you how you can, you know, go on about making your own bass out of somebody else's bass, I guess. So I got my sound. That sounds cool enough. Vocoded it, and I want to apply a bit more, some other effects on the top end of it. I want it to sparkle around more, I guess. So I've duplicated the rack or the chain. Applied LFO. It's my wobbly mind, I guess. I'm thinking about LFO all the time. Anyway, I've applied EQ to it. Cut out some lows and just, you know, low mids. Spiked the highs from the original one, and I've duplicated it and done the same. Applied a vocoder to it. It's just a duplicate, but I've cut out all, you know, the mids and the lows, and I've applied some effects to it. Just let's listen to this. Overdrive, you know, crank it up. This is the Ozone Imager, and it's a great plugin for it, you know, spreading out your sound, and a phaser on top of that. So you can hear it's moving way more now. Sounds better, I think. And you can also play around with the formant on the vocoder to get another distinctive sound. Anyway, I like it like this. Basically, you could, of course, add more effects to it and shape the sound, the original new sound you've just made for your own liking. But keep in mind, be subtle, and don't press out tons of effects on it, and go crazy, because NeuroHop and the Neuro sound is all about subtle effects together, creating a totally new, moving sound. So be subtle and careful with how you want to apply your effects. And there's tons of stuff I could have done with this, split more frequencies and added some more saturation on the lows and stuff, but I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, I want to just show you how you can go on and make distract different pieces of this new bass you made, and build your own library of Neuro basses. So I'm gonna work in arrangement view, because I really don't use session view for productions. Let's see here. Yep, that's about it. It should sound like something cool, I guess. Yeah, it sounds like it used to. Now, if I wanna see how we can even further adjust the moving, I wanna take it a step higher and manipulate the moving bass, the original Mako sample, to get a new bass again. If you open the clip, you could, let's say I'm just gonna mess around with the warp mode, how Ableton reads its audio information, and I'm gonna stretch out the clip just to hear what it would sound like. Now, set to beat like that, I don't like it that much. It's not working, so I'm gonna test out different warp modes and play around. Just there's lots of stuff you can do to fuck this clip proper in the ass. So keep playing with it, and playing around with the warp mode. It's a really cool trick. I do it all the time for manipulating audio to my liking. Anyway, if you want to take it even a step, you could start chopping out pieces you like, save them up as samples in your own library. You can even take something that you like and put it in a sampler, or a simpler. I like sampler because it has FM synthesis to it. So you can apply sines or squares under it and stuff. And you can just really start forming your own bass out of somebody else's bass. I wouldn't say it's somebody else's bass anymore. It's your bass. So people do uses samples all the time. I like to do stuff like this to create your own sound, whatever. I don't want to sound like a sample pack. So if I use sample, I always tear them apart, I guess. So you could go around here and stretch audio, warp them, texture, whatever. Do what you what's it called? Do your own thing, I guess. In lack of words, discover new ways to go on about it. It's how I make most of my basses and stuff. I just play around turn this knob and press this button, see what happens, and you'll learn from it. The next time you want to create a similar effect, you've already done it. So yeah, that's my short tutorial on how to use a vocoder to create something you wouldn't think a vocoder could do. So yeah, thank you for watching, and you know, leave a comment if there's anything I could have done better, or if there's anything you want me to do. Cheers and have a nice day.